Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Captain America Brave New World, the latest installment in the MCU, so let's begin with this review. I honestly had a lot of fun with this film actually. It brought out a lot more than I expected. My expectations were quite low, if I'm being honest, for this film. I just thought it'd be like another Falcon and the Winter Soldier type of thing, where they just continued Captain America's story in the MCU, but with, of course, Falcon now as Captain America. But no, it turns out this film actually had quite a few more to it than I expected. So we will be talking about that in the video today. So yeah, let's get into the positives as always of the review. The positives, we have quite actually a few to talk about actually. So I'll start off by the action. This film actually had some fun action sequences from hand to hand, fist to fist combat, which I'm a big fan of. Typically my most preferred type of action where people actually fight using their arms and legs instead of just gunfights. They're boring. Then again, there is a brief shootout, I suppose. But more or less, this film focuses heavily on the hand-to-hand combat side, with brief or more than one sequence actually with Captain America and the Falcon, whose name I can't remember. Having numerous fight scenes, of course, and there's of course the fight scene towards the end where Red Hulk and Captain America fight in Washington. So there's that. And speaking about Red Hulk, actually, I did enjoy Red Hulk's presence in the film. He was a fun and welcome addition to the movie. And they did kind of hype him up quite a lot, only to be shown for at least 2 minutes at the most in the film, if I'm being honest. I know people might not agree with me here, but honestly, he was hyped up for nothing. He was very underused. There was more potential. They could have shown him more in the film. He was underutilized. He could have been shown more, honestly. It was a wasted potential. I said it before, but it really was. And if they had included him more, then I would have had a better liking towards this film. But yeah, the fact that they only kept him for a few scenes was just quite annoying. But on to the actual positives. So the actor of Falcon, our new Falcon at least I found out, his name is Danny Ramirez. He is really, really good actually. His combat skills are really nice actually. I really liked his fighting, especially I noticed a few of his kicks were, I don't know, I'm just being myself, Taekwondo inspired. Saw a bunch of jumping pack kicks there and some turning kicks. Very nice, or tornado kicks, very nice work there from Danny Ramirez. He is really nice actually. I do hope he appears in more films. And yeah, he was great as New Falcon actually. I think I'm looking forward to seeing more of him in future projects. He might appear in Doomsday, I think. Yeah, or at least any new Avengers film, because at the end of the film he was accepted into the Avengers by Cap. Harrison Ford as President Ross as well was good. He actually gave that feeling of being a real life US president. He's got looks. Not saying that it's a stereotype that all presidents are old now, but he actually has looks of being a president, honestly. And taking over the role from William Hart wasn't easy, I'm sure, but he did it with good confidence as well. So I quite admire that Harrison Ford steps into the role literally for this film, his first film in the MCU, and took it like a champ. And Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, the leader of the Serpents Society, or the terrorist group basically. He doesn't appear much. He's marketed quite a lot, as you can see on this poster. He was quite a fun character, honestly. Whilst not getting the amount of screen time I actually hoped he would, he appeared for, whilst he wasn't screen, it did kind of seem pretty badass, and I quite like his character only, or at least having only appeared in a couple of scenes. He did kind of, sorry, I can't speak. He did kind of steal the show when he was on screen. He made use of his time, and he was actually quite a good character. But yeah, I honestly, by the way they marketed it, you could have thought, including myself, that he was the main villain of the film apart from Red Hulk. He literally seemed like the big bad. But it didn't turn out that way, actually. It wasn't him that was the big bad, it was someone else. The guy turned out to be Daniel Stearns, I'm pretty sure his name was. I actually can't remember. He was the weird green guy. You should see an image of him on screen right now. He honestly, I did not know who he was. I didn't have a clue at all, actually. I was like, is that a Skrull? Because, yeah, I actually had to get my friend to basically explain to me who he was. So, basically, the main leader, or the main bad guy of this villain, is this green guy who is Dr. Samuel Stearns. Never heard of him at all. And he's called the leader, actually, so he's the leader. And he's like a gifted biologist who basically has some like big intelligence stuff. He's big brain basically, and he's the one that set up this whole thing where he mind controls people and gets them or frames them for stuff that they didn't actually do. Basically, it makes them look bad, and in the end, he's just sent to the raft. So yeah, big. I suppose he's the main villain of this film, and what do I think of him? He was boring. I did not know. Well, not only did I not know who he was, but the fact that he didn't actually do anything apart from just be smart and control the whole thing was just really it. I expected a bit more. Maybe it's just because I'm used to Marvel villains who actually do more practical stuff. They actually do stuff themselves. He just sits there and stands there and does all or he does all. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that he didn't do much. He just basically said, "I am the one that did this," and then he gets sent to the raft. Like I'm like, okay, why? Or not why, but I'm just like, why did he just appear and then just get sent off? Like, it's like Red Hulk. He could have been in a bit more, and the film trying to make him look mysterious, only for him to be revealed midway through. It was okay. They could have done it better, but maybe I'm being fussy. But yeah, I didn't really think too highly of the villain in this film. It could have been better. Another positive I enjoyed of the film was the actual attention to the like big action sequences. Like this film had a particular one that stood out to me even after watching it, and that was the like fighter jet sequence over Celestial Island. That was a fun watch, honestly. I felt like I was watching Top Gun all over again. Top Gun elements mixed with the Marvel elements. It was fun, man. That was a good sequence, honestly. Like all the fighter jet action going on. Then you've got Captain America and Falcon just flying alongside them, trying to stop missiles from launching into like the battleships. That was a fun sequence. I could tell my friends enjoyed it as well, and I enjoyed it myself. Certainly did actually. It was a fun sequence. One of the better ones in the film that they had to offer, alongside the fist to fist, hand to hand combat sequences. The fighter jet sequence was really good. I don't know what it is, but I've always loved fighter jets scenes in films. They're just full of adrenaline. They're always exhilarating. They never fail to disappoint, basically. So like Top Gun, this film with the sequence, it was great, and yeah, it was actually well shot. Actually, I was quite impressed for an MC film to have that amount of well, not expertise, but it was a well shot cinematic sequence for a MCU film, needless to say. Which brings me into my negatives of the review. So obviously we have talked about Red Hulk and the leader being very underutilized and wasted examples of things that could have made the film probably better. But another thing I didn't really enjoy about the film was the fact that it tried to be like some sort of cinematic spectacle when it was just an average MC film. Like, I know I said I enjoyed it. I do enjoy this film. It's a good fun film, and much better film compared to like the Marvels and stuff. But for something I don't know what it was. It appeared just to be trying like too hard at times to be something I wasn't, like something for likes of maybe like the Winter Soldier, or it was trying to be some sort of next level big action film for Marvel, and that could work for some aspects, but for this film, it was just an average, fun but goofy superhero film. Well, not goofy, sorry, wrong word. Goofy's not the right word, but campy film. It was serious. I tried to be dark actually. I didn't really mind that. I liked that, but something like the Red Hulk was a bit goofy like that. That's what I'm talking about. But for actual themes and like actual like talking about like darker, is it the film Dark, or it's actually not that bad, honestly. Captain America films actually have never always been like that. Like they've been on the darker side of the MCU, I would say. So that film carrying on that same dark element is fitting. And well, when I said goofy, this film wasn't goofy apart from Red Hulk. That's what I meant. I meant Red Hulk was a bit goofy. You've got all this serious stuff and like life threatening stuff going on, and then it's just the president turning into Red Hulk. That's what I meant. But yeah, I didn't like how the film basically had this Red Hulk element through it, and then it expects it for the serious thing. It just doesn't seem right. Yeah, there is my review on Captain America: Brave New World, the latest installment in the MCU, and For my ratings for this film, I have to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars and a solid 6.5 out of 10. I was actually considering it giving it a 7 out of 10, but I think 6.5 is more fitting, honestly, for a film like this. But it was a fun watch, honestly. It kind of offered more than I was expecting from it, but yeah. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please give this video a like. Subscribe to Fun Studios if you want to. Comment down below what you think of this film, if you've seen it or not yet. Or if you do plan on watching it. And yeah, until the next video, bye bye.